Welcome to another stunning episode of the greatest music ever created and how it ruined our lives. With special guest vocalists
One thing, seriously. Check this out. Wait a minute. Listen.
Who's this fucking guy?
Wait, listen. Let me tell the story quick. Wait, let me get the story out. Listen, please. Megadeth. Known Megadeth for 20 years, 25 years. Went to go interview them, me and Josh, the director of our show here. They kick us out. They run us off because we walked into sound check. When I go see Def Leppard, they invite us to sound check and offer us some whiskey. Def Leppard, Megadeth. Did you ever think that Joe Elliott would be funner or cooler than Dave Mustaine? Huh? No personal calls. Come on! I consider you one of the people like that sells rock and roll directly. Like if I look at your catalog and I go, what are these songs about? You know, if I'm listening to Metallica, like this song's about electrocuting a guy. If I listen to your songs, they're almost like an abstract spirit of rock feeling.
We don't go into electrocuting people.
No.
That's an area that we've yet to go into lyrically, but it's always a possibility.
Like every time you do anything, make sure there's an emphasis that rock and roll is going to be there, pushing it through.
Well, you know, then
we're undefeated.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, we do simplistic anthemic rock and roll. The kind of stuff that inspired us was the Kinks and the Who and the Small Faces, who then went on to inspire bands like Zeppelin and Queen and AC/DC. And it's that 3-minute pop rock sensibility that's always been the mainstay of what we do. And a lot of that comes from the fact that we grew up on Top of the Pops, which is an English TV show, used to be on for 30 minutes a week. And we got to see the pop rock records that made it into the top 40. Zeppelin didn't release singles in England. Sabbath had one hit in 1970. The songs that had guitars, big crunching guitars in them, in 71 to 74 in Britain, were people like T-Rex, Bowie, Suzi Quatro, Slade, Sweet, Mott the Hoople, T-Rex. It wasn't Slayer type stuff or Metallica. It was 3-minute pop songs, which are very similar to what we do.
So that's what Rocket's about.
Exactly. And the fact is that they inspired us, so that's why our music sounds more like that than it sounds like full-on thrash or heavy metal.
Get out of here, you Wolverine deliverance motherfucker.
Do you think you owe anything to the strippers of North America? For like, you know, poor, they don't do they ever have a stripper show?
I think there's a mutual kind of beneficiary situation here.
With that soundtrack.
That song brought in the punters. That got them paid, and them choosing that song to do it to got people listening to it outside of strip clubs. So yes, it spread like wildfire from Florida in 1988.
Well, I'm not Mr. Strip Club, but any strip club in the world you go into, if you're there for more than 2 rounds, they play that or another one, but it's usually that.
Well, it's just the pacing of it. It's perfect for
woman.
pole dancing.
You can hear woman.
Mm-hmm.
Is it women or
women?
Women. I'm sorry.
Plural.
Women. Have you ever done any voiceover work?
Well, I DJ on Planet Rock. It's not really
I know that, but I mean, you've never. Do you mean like on a cartoon? Have anyone asked you to do a cartoon or a commercial? No. Like we want you to be the voice of. I
did a commercial once for Virgin Airlines, but I wasn't pretending to be anybody else. It was just a conversation with me and a DJ.
Do you
I would go on The Simpsons if they asked me, but they never.
Do you think you guys haven't been on there?
No.
Wow, you could call them and they would do it. Shania Twain.
Yeah.
I think has she ever thanked you for her being responsible for her career?
Well, no.
Because she wouldn't have the career she had.
But then you could argue that neither would we if it hadn't been for Mutt Lange either.
That's probably true. But I'm just saying that after that,
he was the kind of the conduit there. You know, he produced us. She did have this one song that sounded like "Pour Some Sugar on Me" with fiddles on it, But, you know.
So you guys were never in a room together and you went,
We
hey,
also had a song which was Sugar, which didn't sound a million miles from We'll Rock You by Queen. It's just passing the torch. It's just that when we passed it to country, which was because, no doubt, Mutt went that direction because rock was literally dying. There was no way a band from Seattle was going to get Mutt Lange to produce one of their records. He had nowhere to go. So country was becoming the new rock back then.
That was another thing that tried to kill you, was like grunge. All these different things have tried to kill you guys.
They try,
it's like,
yeah.
You're in the most
We're like
dangerous,
Frankenstein.
You are like in the most, I used to say that about Ronald Reagan. That's so funny. You are like the most dangerous band in the world. And then I noticed like that you're going to hook up with Motley Crue to do England. Is that to maybe do some getting into some more alcoholism?
I think giving us the tag the most dangerous band in the world is actually a very dangerous thing to say, because we're the least dangerous band in the world. We've got 3 vegans, 2.
What's more dangerous than that? Vegan.
Well, yeah, it's pretty dangerous because
Veganism
it means all the meat's still alive and running around backstage.
Exactly. If they're not eating bear.
Phil Collins hasn't drunk alcohol in 27 years. We're actually born to be mild more than born to be wild.
Yeah, but I bet before that he probably drank
We
more
do
than-
it all on stage. We just don't do it backstage. The thing, we're the one band that actually does blow the myth. Everybody that's never actually been around a rock band still lives on that myth of the Keith Richards throwing the telly out the window in
But still,
1971.
when I was a boy, I went to that show with the stage in the middle in Tesla, like in Cow Palace, or a couple shows around San Francisco. So I was good friends with Metallica a long time, and they were excited to go to the show to see like how you guys handled that fun part, the cocktails and the women and all that. And they were like, hey, they have like an apartment under the stage, like a working apartment. It has a bathroom.
I
and
caught a
like,
fish this big. Yeah, honestly, there was no bathroom, there was no apartment, there was barely any room because there was so many hydraulic machinery things like that. If you put your hand too close to them, you get your
so no pants
your
parties.
fingers torn out.
No pants parties during.
There was a few, but there was maybe out of 227 gigs, probably like 4. And when you do 4 and one of them gets filmed or seen by a journalist, everybody thinks it happened every night.